The funeral service holds at St. Peter's Anglican Church, Boji, Owa, Delta State, drawing dignitaries from across the state, including the Deputy Governor of Delta State, Monday Oyemi, and former Governor of Delta State, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, among others. Delivering the sermon, the Bishop of Ika Diocese, Reverend Ifeanyi Chukwu Ekpenisi, extols the virtues of the late Chief Mary Ndidi Oseigbu, describing her as a woman of deep faith, strength, and compassion.
Devotion to God. She's a woman of grace, a woman of strength, and a woman of great devotion to God. And so, even though your heart be heavy, like Chief said that he had to cry over and over again until he stopped crying. But then, we have a hope that on the last day, we'll meet with her to part no more.
According to him, the late Ndidi Oseigbu lived a fulfilled life devoted to service, family, and upliftment of others. He urges her children and congregation to emulate her humility, resilience, and commitment to humanity. The late Mary Ndidi Oseigbu children and grandchildren describe her as a loving, disciplined, and industrious mother whose guidance, sacrifices, and values shape their lives and their community. They say her passing leaves a deep void, but her legacy of kindness, service, and unity will continue to guide the family.
Mama was a very courageous woman and a fearless woman. After the death of her husband, she took over the business and she was fearless. She was there for the whole of us. In fact, she was able to take care of us, 5 boys and a daughter who was also a matron. So she was a wonderful woman.
Mother was an amazing woman, wonderful woman, motivator, generous, kind, elegant, brain and beauty. You cannot beat her, very outstanding. When she comes in midst of the crowd, you will locate her. And her name is Mary, and she went after Mary. Mary was highly favored, the same way my mother was always highly favored. And her middle name is Ndidi. Ndidi means patience.
So she died on the 1st of July. My father died 29th of July, 40 years ago. And she took care of all of us. We are 5 boys and a lady. We all grew up in the same house, and she never remarried. She made sure she did everything possible for us to go to school. We're all educated, and we're all doing very well.
She's a God-fearing person. And there's so much I can talk about my mom. You know, the whole while I live in the U.S., my mom has been with me all the while. Every day, my mom calls me almost every day and trying to see how I'm doing. So every day I just stand by the phone trying to see if my mom is going to call me, but I don't get a phone no more. So I love my mom very much, and may her soul rest in peace.
Who cared and loved about every single person she encountered. She always made sure that the people around her were okay, and that's something that I'm going to take with me. She valued education and made sure that her kids and her grandkids valued it as well. And I will carry that on. One thing that I really will miss is just her love for all the people that were around her. She loved so many people and cared about everyone, and that radiated. And you can see with all the people here that are here to support her, they all felt that love, and they miss her so much. I miss you so much, Grandma.
I can describe my grandma as very selfless. She's always caring about other people, putting other people before herself. I remember last year I came, I had a stomach ache, a really bad stomach ache. I'm from America, so instead of me taking care of her, she was taking care of me. Just very selfless. She's a ton of gratitude, very graceful.
At the reception, sympathizers and dignitaries gathered to support the family, particularly Chief Lawrence Oseigbu, former Commissioner for Environment in Delta State. Several speakers urged the children to preserve and sustain the values and legacy of their mother.
She was a God-fearing woman who, of course, brought up her children in the way of the Lord. And she was very kind when she was alive, a very humble woman, very unassuming. My advice is of course, I know Lawrence is already doing that, but basically is for them to also inculcate Mama's lifestyle.
Late Chief Mary Ndidi Oseigbu is survived by 6 children, 1 female and 5 males, as well as grandchildren and extended family members. Jemima Boloko, Arise News, Ika Delta.